What's going on, guys? We're back. Episode Dose. I'm the champ. He's a mango. And we're here for Demon Slayer, the. What's it called? The Mugen Train?
Mugen
The
Train.
Mugen Train!
Mugen Train. Okay, this fucking movie, bro.
Yo, alright.
Tell me you didn't want to cry.
Bro, I couldn't cry with you and Elisa next to me.
Yeah, I honestly, bro, I looked over at you. There was no tears in your face. I
Yeah.
looked over at Elisa. I looked like she looked like she was in pain. I was
Yeah.
like, okay. You know that episode of SpongeBob where this dude has a tear going down his face, and then he just like looks down at it. He goes, "Get back in there," and it crawls back up.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was me. All right,
So
so
quick word of like thought with like the thumbnail. So you are the Mango Kage. You're my sensei when it comes to anime because I'm the anime newbie.
I am the Mango Kage. I am the Mangalorian. You can call me Mango. Uh, I'm here. We're corrupting Jordan with our horrible taste in cartoons.
Nah,
Um,
dude, I love Demon Slayer. Oh my God, I was so excited for this movie, and I'm so glad it hit on all cylinders, bro. That movie was amazing.
it was amazing. Heads up, though, if you're just tuning in, this is going to be a full spoiler review. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think that there's a way to really get into the nitty gritty of this movie
no, no, no.
without telling you why it hits so hard. So
So
if you haven't seen it yet,
go watch it.
come
Go
back
first of all,
afterwards.
watch Demon Slayer if you haven't seen the show. Go watch that show. It's amazing. Don't listen to the haters who say it's overrated. It's an amazing show. Has amazing visuals, and the movie was great.
And most certainly is not overrated. This was my favorite manga in 2020. I don't know whoever keeps up with the manga, if you kept up with it, 2020 was great up until Demon Slayer ended. Even while COVID was happening, Demon Slayer kept us going strong. But
Mhm.
Mugen Train though, if you have read through Mugen Train and you see this, this is like episode 19 levels of fantastic animation
You love that episode. That's the spider dude,
that
right?
I will never ever get over how amazing episode 19 was, my dude. It
Facts.
was equal parts great animation, equal
It was
parts
great.
feels. No, don't tell me that because when I try to talk to you about it, you said it was just all right.
No, it was good. I just you were just like, what did you think, bro? What, like, wasn't it crazy? And I'm like, yeah, it was. You know,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
I
You're right.
dare you to find me an episode of anime that's as hype and heartbreaking as episode 19 of Demon Slayer.
I don't
One
know,
single
bro.
episode. You have 72 hours. Get it
All
done.
right, so I'll be back in the comments in 72 hours.
Yeah, you're probably gonna
Um,
say something about Death Note.
no, no, no. I was definitely going to go like maybe Hunter x Hunter, Attack on Titan. But anyways,
Okay.
back to the
Yeah. Okay.
topic at hand. Thoughts on we can run through the movie real quick.
All right. So what happens in the movie? Picks up right where season one leaves off.
Hmm.
You got Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke getting on the train. You got your typical comedy between the three of them.
Hmm.
Inosuke being, the hard-headed dude. Tanjiro being like the moral compass. Zenitsu being the weenie of the
The
team.
weenie.
He's the weenie, but we love him. We love him. So I love how Rengoku calls him or Yellow Boy the entire time.
Right. So that's how you say it, Rengoku.
Rengoku. I figured that's how you say it. I don't know if they straight up say his name when you meet the Hashira at the end of season one,
Yeah.
but
We'll just call him
if you just
Rengoku.
say it,
Anybody
Ren-
who anyone can correct us in the comments.
and if you wanna correct us and spell it and pronounce it the wrong way, like break that word up in the wrong way, we could use the comments, so drop it down below. I love Rengoku, bro. I know that you thought that he looked kind of goofy at first, and I saw your face when he kept screaming "delicious" at the beginning
Yeah.
of the movie. I kept looking at you, and
I
I was
thought he
like,
was
"Oh
weird.
no,
Yeah, he
he
was
is
weird.
weird. He's weird in the best way."
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I thought it was funny. Like he was just like delicious, delicious, delicious. I was like, man, that food must be smacking. Like,
I
yo,
need to have whatever he's having.
yo, he was chilling.
uh,
He was a vibe. He was definitely a vibe.
Yo, he is. He really is like that dude. I'm trying to think of like the people that are on his level of sensei, and that. Okay, so he really did
He's
not have
definitely
the.
Gojo level like of awesome. Like
I was gonna mention Gojo, but I do think, oh, man, I really I wish Jujutsu Kaisen was way past where it is in the anime so that we could have a genuine comparison. Maybe we will when that time comes.
Yeah.
But who I was gonna compare him to was like Levi
Oh
in
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. That's a good comparison right there. Yeah.
they're kind of separated from the world because they're so overpowered.
Yeah.
But Rengoku learns his lesson, and it sucks, man. It sucks that he's not even cocky. I don't want to say that he learns his lesson because he's cocky. He learns his lesson because if you have not watched the Demon Slayer Mugen Train movie, click off right now. I'm gonna give you 2 seconds. One, two. Rengoku's death was
That shit
honestly
was hard, bro. 'Cause I think,
so
yeah, that shit was hard.
hard to
Yeah.
watch, and
I
the
I almost
movie did
broke.
not hold back.
No, because it did a great job. Like with the time it had, it did a great job, like giving you that connection that the show didn't give you. Because like when I saw him, I honestly barely remembered him. Like I was just like, oh, it's one of the dudes I saw, and then it just did a great job with like the sleeps, like the dream sequence, showing you like kind of his backstory. Even though it was like short, it just like they just wrote it very well and they animated it so well. It translated really well from the manga, and towards the end of the movie, I even told you I was like, oh, like when they beat the first demon, I was like not expecting that whole second part. I was like, whoa, what is going on? Like this is awesome, and just
That's where they get you.
yeah, and then just it was like it was a slow like it didn't happen so fast. Like it was like yeah, like he punched his fist through his chest, and he was like, nah, I'm not letting go. And I was like, yo, this guy is crazy. Like he was like, you
He's the
think you could
hero.
escape me? I was like, bro, he can't escape. Like I was like, wow, like I would follow this man into battle anywhere.
He's the hero that we don't deserve, dude.
Yeah, man. But
He's the hero that we don't deserve. From the start, he has this energy about him. One of the things that stuck out to me was so you know how the what part are we at right now? Are we diving into like
I feel like we can
the
go
analysis
like
of the
from
movie?
yeah, 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 just our thoughts, and then we'll do characters and then hype. So,
One part that I like I high key kind of appreciated was that when not the ticket guy, the conductor was coming around stamping everybody's ticket, right? Um, you don't pay much attention to it. You're like, wow, this guy's kind of creepy. I wonder what his deal is. Like, why does he look like a zombie while he's punching these tickets? Maybe he's
yeah,
depressed.
I was sus about him.
And then you find out that he's like, hey, I put them to sleep after I punched their tickets. Maybe like 3 to 4 minutes after Tanjiro and the boys and Rengoku get their tickets punched, they do this thing where they fight those demons. You know, they fight two demons, and you're like, oh wow, those must be the demons on the Mugen train. Those must be the demons that are killing everybody. But really, what they are is that they're demons that the Dream Demon, which was Lower Moon like 12 or something. Who fucking
Yeah,
cares about him?
he was
This
cool.
dude,
He was cool. I
uh,
thought it was cool.
I think his power. I think his power is cool, but
Yeah,
I don't really care about him because he's a little bitch.
he definitely
But
gets
so
overshadowed
this
afterwards.
100%, bro. You when it comes to the upper demons, there's just no competition.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
there was this really cool part where um they get their tickets punched. They go and fight these two demons. They look like generic demons with multiple arms. And Rengoku's like, I'm gonna take you all under my wing, ha ha ha. And you see the boys floating around him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So my
yeah, yeah.
initial
That
thought
was
was
funny. That was funny. Yeah, I know what you're
my
talking about.
my initial thought was, hey, that's kind of like a cool little visual that they're doing. Like I can't imagine it's gonna mean this is coming from somebody that read the manga, but I read the manga like a little like more than a year ago. I think I read the manga like September of 2019, before it ended. That's
Right.
when I picked up and started. Um, and so they're floating around him, and then a few minutes later we get the reveal that at this point they're asleep. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
that makes so much sense. And
yeah.
those details in the animation just get me. And like, who publishes this? Is it I know who published. I'm blanking on their name right now.
It's all good.
Aniplex.
Yeah, yeah,
Aniplex.
yeah,
Uh, it's so good. It's fantastic.
yeah.
They're there and they're laying the hints out. If at any other point they had people floating around, I'd be like, wow, that's weird. I didn't think about it.
No.
and
that
then they come back and they're like, remember they were floating? It's because they're dreaming. That's why Rengoku was dreaming about this. So Rengoku's in a dream instead of a dream.
yeah. Yeah, all that was
Yeah,
like those dream sequences are really funny. Like just from going from like the least to like the best ones, which would probably be Tanjiro's. Like Inosuke's was really funny. He's it's really true to his character where he's like pointing them all out as his minions and he's just going around just in all. I think he's like hunting the train, right? Like he's
yeah.
trying to fight the
You
train,
had
which is funny because that's pretty much what they end up doing. So he's kind of like seeing like
that's a great point.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of cool. And then what's his name? Oh, what's the orange haired kid?
Zenitsu.
Zenitsu. His was so funny. With I know that was Elisa's favorite. With Nezuko, like he's crushed on her so hard, and he's just like going around with like adventures of with Nezuko. I thought that was pretty cool. And then the Tanjiro one really like. Well, all right, I think it's Tanjiro and then a Rengoku's dream, because that's where like they give you that's isn't that where like they give you the backstory?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you really get it. So then Tanjiro stuff kind of like recapping like the first season and like not the first season but like the first couple episodes and the toll that it takes on him and then just the strength to like leave that all behind because at first he doesn't know he's dreaming and he doesn't know what's really going on but when he figures it out like it must have been so hard for him like he lost his whole family and I really felt that like I think the movie did a good job showing that and just trying to have you feel for the character and see how much strength it takes to walk away from the pain.
So
I loved all of it.
that's the one part I was not looking forward to.
Yeah,
Like
I'm sure when you first read it, it was like, wow, this is crazy. But then rewatching it was kind of like,
I'm not I cannot sit here and tell you that I didn't get hit in the fucking in the gut with Tanjiro crying over his dead siblings, bro.
yeah,
It is it like I remember reading it for the first time. It is and it like it actually is one of the more one of the one of my favorite moments in anime, not because it's like super hype, but it's because it takes the time to Tanjiro's not your typical like shonen protagonist. Tanjiro's not like Naruto where he's like loud spoken and be like, "Believe it, I'm gonna be the best."
yeah,
He's not like Luffy where he's out to be the pirate king. Tanjiro is his only goal is to save his little sister,
yeah,
and then this one arc takes us on this dream where Tanjiro finally has some time where he's happy. Not
yeah,
that he's not happy, but that he's at peace. And seeing it again hurt just as much as seeing it the first time,
yeah.
dude.
Because I feel like
And he
I feel like because the first episode, it kind of just Nezuko's a demon, and then he gets sent off by Tomioka. Like, yeah, you need to go start training. Where in the dream, it really takes his time to show you how how he actually feels about the whole situation.
and they show you what his relationship is like with
Yeah,
his
cause
little
you yeah, cause
siblings.
when the first time you see them, they're all dead. So then you see all of them like what do they call them like big bro, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm just thinking of my little
Aniki,
yeah,
Aniki.
yeah,
I knew you were gonna say that, bro. I
yeah,
knew you were
dude.
gonna relate to that.
I was like, man, yo, this shit hurts. That shit
You know,
yeah,
you have two little brothers and a little sister. I only have a younger sister.
yeah,
Like to
man,
me, I relate to Tanjiro on the level that he wants to protect Nezuko, but I can't even imagine like seeing like if you put yourself in Tanjiro's shoes and like project yourself seeing him as a big bro to multiple siblings,
yeah,
that shit hits home,
that shit
man.
hit hard,
And
man.
and he's a good big brother. Like
Yeah.
he plays with his
Yeah, like
siblings.
he was like if I was just out getting coal, and then like when the dream kind of starts turning when he starts figuring it out, and then they start kind of turning on him, like, oh, why did you leave us? Like you left us here to die. I was like, man, dude, that sucks. That sucks.
It really it like I said, it just gut punches you.
Yeah,
If you have even if you don't have a sibling, if you have someone that you're close to that point, like it's gonna gut punch you. You're gonna relate to someone
yeah,
in some way, the way that this movie makes you relate to
yeah. It
Tanjiro.
really makes you like
Um,
put yourself in their shoes.
and he doesn't deserve that, man.
No, he's so
If there's
nice. He's such
anybody
a good
on this
boy.
show, not on this show, in this manga, in this anime, if there's someone here that deserves to be happy, it's him.
Yeah. I
Um,
remember you telling me before watching the movie, he was like, bro, I hope you're ready because this shit's going to hit you in your feels. And I honestly, I wasn't ready.
I tried to warn you, but
You
it
did.
doesn't. nobody could have warned me to read this when I read the manga,
Yeah.
dude. And I knew that it was coming when I watched. And you and Elisa turned and looked at me at the end, and she was like, "You knew what was gonna happen already?" And I was like, I promise you, I wasn't ready."
Yeah, you did say that. Yes. Um, so as a manga reader, and for anyone listening, um, who are also manga readers, so I just watched the anime. So watching all of it for the first time, it really like hit me during the moments. But I know if you were kind of like, I already know what's happening. I'm kind of just waiting for the um, like the epic part in the second half. So maybe you want to talk about that a little bit, just because I know you were kind of about, you enjoyed it, but a little iffy about it because you were just kind of waiting to get to the second half.
I wasn't. It's not that I was iffy about it. I understand the reason why it has to take its slow burn. I appreciate the
Yeah.
dream sequences. I love Tanjiro's dream sequence.
Hmm.
It's heartbreaking. I think
Maybe it was just the
Inosuke's dream sequence.
anticipation.
It wasn't the anticipation. It was the fact that I was dead tired.
You-
I was so tired going into this, and it
Adonis
was
literally had to step out and go splash water in his face.
yeah, I was so tired, and I kept telling myself, "Stay awake, stay awake. You know this is funny.
Yeah.
Laugh at Inosuke, laugh at Zenitsu."
You're just trying to
But
enjoy
I
the
knew
film.
that. Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's not like I don't want. At no point do I think that the movie was boring. If it
Right.
was
Oh,
on
okay,
me that I
okay.
was,
Yeah, yeah. Cause
yeah,
I like, I remember, cause so we watched Mortal Kombat. We did the video already, and I told you that I felt like the movie dragged. Like I was just kind of waiting for it to be over. Where with this movie, like those 2 hours, like didn't fly by, but I was just so captivated by all of it that it was just an enjoyable experience. That when it was finally over, I was like, oh my god, it's done. Like, what? Where's season two? Where's season two? Where's season two?
oh man, season two is gonna be lit. Like season two, I think season two is gonna be one of those anime that you catch while they're airing, just like how you did to Attack on Titan.
Yeah, yeah, I
I
have to.
promise
I
you,
have to.
you'll
I
be
honestly
you'll
might
be
just read
as
the manga
hooked as
soon.
you.
Like,
Okay,
I might
okay,
have
do it,
to.
and then we'll talk
Hmm.
about it here.
Yeah, we'll do a
But
video on
the
that.
whole time, man, I was like, I love what's happening. I love the dream sequences,
Yeah,
but I know what's coming,
yeah.
and I'm
And
not
then
prepared.
what's his
I
name's
stepped out to go splash my face. I came back. I was like, okay, good. It hasn't started yet. And
so
then the train gets derailed, bro.
yeah, and then,
And
yeah.
that's the beginning of the
Rengoku's
end.
just to touch on Rengoku's dream, and then we can move on to like the first fight with what's his name, Enmu.
Upper Moon 3.
Yeah, he was like a name. I think it was Enmu when I was reading on the wiki. But yeah. So yeah, we touched on it a little earlier, so it doesn't have to take too long. But the Rengoku dream with like his father, which I'm really interested in seeing like how that plays out because you obviously you know what happens, but I don't know, and I can't wait for them to touch on it in the anime. And man, like I said earlier, just the short time they give you, but it really like is so well written that it doesn't need that much time. And I feel like any more time given, it kind of might have dragged, but it was just perfect the way they kind of set all that up for you for the ending.
Yeah, because you get a glimpse of Rengoku and how much he had to work to get to where he's at. And he eventually he tells Tanjiro about how um there's documents that were written by the previous Flame Hashira because he's Flame Fire Hashira at his home, and he tells Tanjiro go find them, and then you might learn something from your
Mm-hmm.
dad's Hinokami dance. Um, but you just get this glimpse that Rengoku is this person that is going above and beyond to do more than anybody can possibly expect of him. Like they say at the end, there was 200 people on this train, and not one of them died because of his efforts. Obviously, you got to give some shout out. Like he himself gives shout out. He says, um, the Boar Boy and you and the Boar Boy derailed the train. Your little sister and Yellow Boy, they held it down while I was doing some other things. Um, and that's the thing about him is that at no point was he like, I'm the whole reason this operation was successful. Like he is humble to like his last moment, and seeing where he comes from, where his father is so neglectful, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He really is just this like fantastic character, such a great role model for the boys to carry over with into season two, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then all that ends, and they all wake up, and wow, the fight scene with the what do you say the third
Uh,
the
Upper Moon 3.
He's the one with the dreams,
Oh, I
or is it
think that
like
was Upper
lower
Moon
12?
12.
Yeah. That
Lower 12. Yeah.
yeah, that whole. Oh, and then oh my god, how crazy was it when Tanjiro like figures out how to get out of the dream sequence by killing himself, and then the confusion of the demon where he's like, why isn't this working? Like, how does he keep coming back? And just the when we were watching it, I was like, could I do that? Could I, even in my dream, could I do it? I don't know. So just to see Tanjiro just like willingly like, I need to stop this guy and I need to do this action just to get this battle like done. I was just like, wow, that is crazy.
It is because he's not just okay. So he's not just hurting himself. Like it'd be one thing if you were in a dream and you punch yourself in the face to wake you up. This dude is cutting his head off in the middle of the movie again and again. And there was this one moment where Tanjiro all of a sudden like he's been doing it for so long that he's about to do it in real life, and what's his name? Inosuke stops him and he goes, "Get your shit together. You're not dreaming anymore." And you're like the toll that this must take, dude. I can't even. If somebody told me, "Hey, I'm gonna shoot you if you don't punch yourself in the face," I would say, "Okay, shoot me," because I'm afraid to hurt myself, dude. That's just
Right.
not how it works.
Exactly.
He's such a brave little dude.
Yeah. Oh my god. So then what happens
That
right after
that was
that?
amazing.
Yeah. So then
Zenitsu
oh yeah,
saves
yeah,
him, and
everyone
then they
wakes
do
up,
like the
right?
combat
Yeah.
check.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Zenitsu is the orange. I gotta learn their names. He's the orange hair kid, right?
No, I meant Inosuke. Inosuke has the boar head.
Yeah.
Zenitsu has the yellow hair.
Yeah.
From now on,
Any
from
scene.
now on, we're gonna call him Boarhead and Yellow Boy.
All right. Yellow. Any scene that Yellow Boy's in is goat. It's so cool. I think it's hilarious that he can only do that stuff when he's unconscious. I like who does that? Who thinks of stuff like that? That's so funny. He's like the most OP dude, and he can only do it when he's sleeping.
Oh man, dude, you have so like not. I'm not gonna pretend that there's like a ton of backstory, but you have so many good moments ahead of you for Zenitsu, and the fact that you like him now, just like you're going to love him in the future. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he's awesome.
He is. He's so cool,
Yeah.
but he's such a coward.
How badass was it when I think it was Rengoku who said it? Like he finally wakes up, he plans with Tanjiro, and he's like, "You go fight the demon. I'm gonna take 5 carts, and then they can take the other like 2 over there." And he was like, "He's gonna
That,
take 5 carts by himself."
that's what I said. Is that's what that I that's what I kind of mentioned a little earlier when he was like, Yellow Boy and your sister will take the front two. I'm gonna take the back five, and you just see this dude jumping from
Completely
back and
destroy
forth,
everything.
just swinging his sword in like this massive flame circle. He's so cool, bro.
hmm
Um, man, we're just gushing over these characters, dude. Like I don't think that there was a single character in that movie that was like genuinely bad.
No, not at
Um,
all.
like even down to you know, what was he? Lower Moon, Upper Moon One. No, Lower Moon One. Is that his name?
It's
Dream
3.
Boy.
The dude at the end.
No, no, no.
Oh, you're
Upper
talking
Moon
about
Three.
yeah. You're talking about
I'm
the
talking about the
demon.
Dream guy.
Yeah. His name is
So,
Enmu in the
uh,
like I'm looking at the wiki.
all
His
right,
name's
makes
Enmu.
sense. Makes sense. I'm not crazy about him as a character.
I
He
kind of
just
liked
is
him.
out here. He's just out here doing what he needs to do to get
Yeah.
stronger. Cool. I can believe that. It's not that unbelievable for a bad guy to want more power. But I
hmm
do think that he's not super duper interesting as a character. I think his powers are dope though.
Yeah. Yeah. It was cool for what the movie needed.
He had like conductors and children doing his dirty work for him so he
Yeah.
could give them the dreams that they want.
Yeah. So they finally beat
So
him. With, oh, was it Inosuke and Tanjiro together,
yeah.
which was cool. And then at that point, I thought the movie was done, and I was kind of like, I told you before, I was like, huh. So I mean, I guess it was cool. I don't know why. Like, I don't see how it broke records. And then shit hits the fan hard when the other demon shows up. That
All right.
what
So
happened to Tanjiro?
I
He like got hit in the he got stabbed, right?
he was wounded in his belly. Yeah, he was definitely
Yeah.
hurt.
But
And so Tanjiro couldn't keep up with them. And Inosuke
right,
ran up and realized like no matter what I
I'm just a
do,
liability.
yeah, he uses that word exactly. So like what exactly was going through your mind during that scene?
Like the whole battle scenes.
Like Rengoku versus Upper Moon 3.
Man, that it was so cool. It was like it's just up like the way the Demon Slayer does their animation is just amazing. What I like about it is not it doesn't hide the action like kind of how like Dragon Ball Z did, where it's kind of just them flying and kind of you could just all you see is them hitting each other in the air. Like they show you like the action and I like how they show you the action like the audience, but what Tanjiro and Inosuke see is just like I can't even keep up with them. Like they're going so fast, but then when what the movie does is show the audience what's going on, which I love because I love that. I want to see the action. If you're gonna make a movie, I want to see what's going on. And they did such a great job with all of it, and you really feel like I felt like captivated in the moment. Like time around me stopped, and I was just watching the movie. It was amazing, and I man, man, I was really like, how is he gonna win? Like I didn't expect him to die. Like I did not expect it at all. I was just like, I was waiting for like yellow hair boy to come and like help, but then they show you that like he's kind of helping Nezuko, like he doesn't want to leave her side and he's still kind of sleeping. I just thought that that's what
So
that's typical like
yeah.
movie shit, like they'll have like come to save him at the last minute.
Yeah.
So when it finally happened, bro, because the whole fight scene was amazing, and when it finally happened, bro, and
So you brought up a really great point. Versus like Dragon Ball Z versus Demon Slayer, where in Dragon Ball Z, when Goku is fighting, well, not Goku, but Vegito is fighting Boo. Most of their punches are just kind of like yeah 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 yeah
yeah,
yeah
yeah,
yeah
yeah,
yeah.
just as
You
fast
kind of see like
paced.
flashes. In this, you see Upper Moon 3 punch and punch, and you see Rengoku every single time he's using his sword to like block, 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 block,
Yeah.
block. The whole time he was saying, "Join us! Like you have to join
Yeah,
us."
yeah. He was like, we could do this forever, and I'm like, don't do it. Like, don't do it. If that, oh my god, just even the back and forth. 'Cause that's I know like sometimes like anime can get hate for that kind of stuff. Like, oh, they're kind of just stopping and talk too much. Hunter x Hunter always jokes around like you're talking too much. Let's just fight. And it's like I don't mind it myself because it's kind of how like the genre is. But even all the exchanges was just like I wanted to hear everything they said. I wanted more talking, honestly. I wanted to hear them like just going crazy. And every time he was like, just turn into a demon, just accept the blood, and we can do this forever. That
So I am an enormous shonen fan. I love battle anime.
yeah.
I love battle anime to death, bro. I
Oh, I love it.
love the tropes. I love the power of friendship. It's to me, it's some of the. There's no denying it. Like most of my favorite things are shonen. Did you genuinely think he was going to accept the demon blood? Like
No, no, no.
at
But
any
well,
point?
when it was getting kind of crazy, like when he couldn't find a way to win, I was like, man, like what I thought was because he had accepted Nezuko, and so I was like, maybe he takes the demon blood in hopes that he can be like Nezuko. I just didn't think he would die. I was like, they're gonna find a way, like they're gonna do something crazy to get him out of this because I was like, he can't die. He's a Hashira. Like they just showed how cool he was. Now, how is he gonna die to this demon? He's not. They're demon slayers. But I think
Yeah,
they make it a point that they never really have fought like the upper rank demons, right?
yeah.
Like this is
Oh,
like their first
what
encounter.
the spider guy was a low rank, was he?
I think he was like the highest of the lows. But like
I'm looking it
that
up right
inner
now.
circle of like with the main bad guy, like him and his like the upper guys, just like the one that Rengoku fought. They were like, wow, so that even Rengoku couldn't beat him. I think they make a point of
Ren.
that, like when they're showing like the crow is like telling everyone that he died. I think they
Oh
say
yeah,
like, wow, not even he could beat one of them.
yeah. The spider guy Rui, he was low rank 5.
Yeah, so I
So
think
you're
that
right. This was the very first upper rank demon that they
yeah,
face.
and that really
But
just builds
man,
to the tension, just how close the battle was and the determination. Like he was gonna go, he wasn't afraid to die just to get the dub. Like that, that's crazy.
that's so well
And
said,
it's
dude.
crazy because because when he was holding him, like I was telling you, like how epic it was, like just that sheer will to win the fight, for like for the good of mankind. He's like, I can't let this guy get away. Like I've come too far. And he's like trying to like hold him down. I was like, yo, and like someone has to go like finish him off. Like what's going on? And no one was doing it. Like I understood the Tanjiro, but I'm like, Inosuke, please stop him.
I knew the ending, and when they were having their final stalemate with Upper Moon 3 having his arm through Rengoku's body, but Rengoku's still trying, I was like, if they're going to change something, it's going to be right now.
Yeah,
But
man.
in all seriousness, like I do think that so from what I'm understanding, you do like Upper Moon 3 as a bad guy, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he was kind of like your generic like bad guy, like super strong, trying to turn the good guy into the dark side. But
Darth
I just feel
Vader.
like the way he was set up, where like the good guys are kind of like they just won this massive battle, and here he comes. I just feel like that speaks for him because he's not like a dumb bad guy where he's like, yeah, let me try to fight them at their best. He's like, he knows they're down. He's gonna try and wipe them all, and just the his dialogue was well written. And I mean I didn't mind him. Like I'm saying, he's kind of like your generic like bad guy when it comes to those
I
kind of
wouldn't call him
things.
generic.
No, I'm just saying like
I would
he's
not
doing
call
things
him.
that I've seen before, but
Oh
like he
well,
was
I'm not dissing you. I'm not dissing you.
yeah.
I'm not saying that you're
He
wrong.
doesn't look
I'm
generic. He
saying
looks cool, but
yeah.
just kind of his motivations. That I mean, they're
Well,
typical bad guy
he's
stuff.
he's Muzan's puppy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Which is fine because
Yeah.
Muzan is a genuinely scary dude. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm
Muzan isn't
having
afraid
trouble remembering
to
the
do.
ending of the. Is he is I'm having trouble remembering the ending of season one. Is he one of the demons who are like he kind of tries to betray Muzan and then Muzan's kind of like you think you could betray like I can't really remember it too well, but I'm pretty sure he shows up at the end.
Yeah, so at the end of season one, Muzan shows up and he kind of like slaughters most of the lower rank demons.
Yeah.
So everyone from lower rank 1 to lower rank 11 dies, and he only leaves lower rank 12 alive. So
Oh,
that's why
okay.
lower rank 12 wants to prove himself and get more of his blood
Right. Okay.
so
Okay.
that he
Okay.
could, you know, rise up to the higher ranks.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so I get what you're saying. I just the power dynamic. I can't wait for season 2, dude. As soon as we get to
Yeah. The fact
season 2 is going to be equal parts hype, equal parts comedy. If you think Demon Slayer has been funny so far, season 2 is gonna push the boundaries because
right.
the next Hashira is gonna be the man. Um,
So that ending, like
man, I
just Tanjiro ripping like getting his sword, like with this like the sun coming up. That it was getting crazy. Cause I thought bro, I promise you, I really didn't think he'd get away. Like I really thought like Rengoku was gonna hold him until the sun came up, and just the fact that he got away and Tanjiro's like last speech, like I really felt that he was like, "You're a coward, Rengoku won." And I was like, "Yes, that dude won. You're a bitch. Like you ran away. Like you couldn't finish the job." Like
he did run away. He
like
did run away.
he's a bum, and Tanjiro is completely right. Like he, like I felt that. I almost screamed in the theater, bro. I was like, "You coward! Stop running! Stop
But
running!"
I love that scene because it just shows Tanjiro's like his body is broken,
Yeah.
but his spirit is not.
No. Exactly.
His
Exactly.
his body is broken, but he's screaming to Inosuke, "We need to help. This is our time to
Yeah.
help." And then this dude grabs his sword and he launches it into the forest, and it lands.
Mhm.
And bro, like I keep saying, I know what the ending is gonna be, but my heart was still like, "Stop him!
Yeah.
Drop him! Do
Yeah.
it,
And then
bro."
man, that goodbye to Rengoku, and he was like yeah, like, let me say these final words to you. Man, I looked over to you and Elisa. Elisa, for anyone watching, Elisa is my fiance, so she came with us to watch the movie, and she was fighting tears, but you could see it in her eyes.
Elisa was a mess towards the end. Like she will tell you right. She will tell you to your face that she was trying to be tough.
Yeah.
She was trying to be tough. That's a fact.
She said if
But
I wasn't sitting next to you guys, I'd be like ugly girl crying. Like it.
she said that
Yeah, she
as
said.
soon as the credits rolled and we stood up. Those were her first words. She was like, "How are you guys not crying?" And we looked at each other and we said, "It's because we're sitting next to each other."
I can't cry in front of him. He'll hold it against me. He'll tell our kids.
It's same. But
Nah,
this
but
poor girl,
that's what I'm
yo,
saying.
at least it's so nice. But she's sitting next to us, and she goes, "I didn't want to cry in front of you guys, but you can tell that her nose is
Yeah.
stuffed. The,
That
I
it
wish she
really hits
had
you,
cried so
man.
she could get that shit out. But she tells me as we're walking out, she goes, "What's gonna happen with Rengoku's family?"
Yeah, she was
and
mad. She was mad
I want
concerned.
so I just wanted to bet to be like, "I'm sorry, but you're going to thank me if I tell you to wait for season two."
Yeah, yeah. So that goodbye, man, I really felt it, and then them crying afterwards, like it was heartfelt. Like I was really like kind of waiting to see if the movie would kind of end on like a soft note, but man, it was unforgiving. Like it just ended like, nah, you guys feel this pain. You guys gotta feel this. Hold that out.
Mugen Train does not care about your feelings,
Nah,
bro.
not yeah, exactly. That's a great way to put it because it does not. I was literally waiting for that like yeah, like let me just to get you kind of like like the bright side, but nah, it was like even like the I think the ending scene is the master and he's like I'm not
Yeah,
sad for him, but he says something like
yeah.
proud or whatever like
Now he says, "I'm not sad that he died. I'm happy that he saved 200 people on the train."
yeah
And
yeah
that's the message, bro. Is that Rengoku is not someone you should mourn. Bro, this is so cheesy. It's so cheesy. Shonen anime is cheesy. I'm throwing
yeah
that out there. You cannot enjoy shonen anime and not appreciate cheese. That's it.
yeah.
Uh, Rengoku is not someone that you should mourn. Rengoku is someone you should celebrate because he gave all he could and more. Bro, you know how many people would die after they got punched in the chest? He got punched in the chest and he said, "Nah, fam, like you're mine.
Yeah,
I'm killing you. Like this is a tie. This is a tie right now."
dude. And then the last thing I want to touch on is holy shit, him seeing his mom and asking if she was happy, and then her saying I'm proud. I
Bro,
bro, right
I
there,
texted
bro.
you the manga. I
Yeah,
showed you
dude.
the manga panels. I didn't expect to come across those. I was scrolling through Facebook and they came on my Facebook and I was like, if I have to be sad, I have to share it with this. I have to
Oh
share
my god,
this
bro.
shit
Cause
with
I
Jordan.
was like recovering, bro. Like I was kind of like, I kind of had like a depressing weekend because Friday we watched Mortal Kombat and that was kind of a disappointment. Saturday we watched this movie and like that shit really hit you in the feels. And then I finished the manga for Attack on Titan on Sunday. So when you had texted me that, bro, I was kind of like in my feels and I was like, man, this really was just like the hammer in the nail.
It hurts, bro. Like I knew that this shit was coming. Like this has been in my brain for over a year, but I still felt
Just with the
Rengoku
music and the music was great, but and by the way, we didn't touch on it like through the video, but the music was really good in the movie.
in the.
And, like
I'm not the type of person that keeps track of
I keep yeah
producers
yeah
producers, music art. Like as far as like the people that make the background music for movies and stuff like that, I don't know much of them.
yeah.
But there is not a single song a single track in this movie that isn't going to break your heart, man. Like some
It
of them are
doesn't
hype,
miss.
some
It
of them
doesn't
are hype.
miss.
But when they need to turn it down
Yeah,
and say,
man.
hey, remember you're sad. Remember that one time that your dad yelled at you when you were 5 and how sad you were. Let's bring those emotions
Yeah,
back.
yeah. I think it's done. We're done. We're done. We gotta cut it before we start crying on the
I'm,
video.
I'm tearing up, bro.
Getting our feels. But yeah, no. All in all, so yeah, I think we did a good analysis of the video, talking about the characters, our
There is
thoughts on
still
the
so
video.
much left to be said about this movie, bro. Like this movie. Okay, so this movie is 2 hours long.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like it. It's one of those movies that does
It,
not feel 2 hours long.
this movie, like I honestly, I was talking to you about it earlier. There was it leaked on the PlayStation Store on Monday night, And I texted Jordan this morning and I said, "Hey, it leaked. We should buy it and rewatch it before we do this video." But by the time I texted
I
him,
was down to watch it
30
again.
minutes
Yeah.
30 minutes before I texted you, it had gotten taken down from the PSN store. We both have PlayStation. We both could have watched it before this video.
I know,
Can you
man.
imagine? Can
I
you imagine? We'd be sobbing right
sobbing, bro.
now.
I was about to say, we be fighting back tears. Nah, but
It was such an amazing journey,
yeah.
and
So
the setting was one train,
right,
and
yeah.
then
It's a couple of dream
a
sequences.
field,
Yeah.
a a train, a dream sequence or two. The only two dream sequences actually carried a ton of weight.
Right. Oh, you know
But
what?
so,
You
yeah.
finish your thing, and I was gonna bring up something that we didn't really touch on.
All right. So for the most part, it has four settings where it's gonna kick you in the nuts and tell you you're gonna feel sad. You're not gonna feel sad. You want your mom to hug you, and then we're gonna kill your favorite character, and it does it in a way where you're like, thank you for killing him. I needed to cry this shit out. Like all my childhood trauma is being poured into Rengoku right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What I was gonna bring up was the whole like they were what was the demon's goal? It was like to destroy like their soul something like the soul chamber. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Um, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Like in the dream, they were like, you need to find like their
Oh, yeah, yeah. The little gem that belonged to their souls.
yeah. So and then they kind of show you like what theirs look like Rengoku is like fire, and then what I really liked was Tanjiro's and the guy who goes in and that kind of like ending sequence where they're like when he's explaining he was like when I walked in there I felt nothing but warmth. It was beautiful, and I was like wow, like just seeing Tanjiro's essence like that and explained like that was really nice to see. I thought that was like a really cool thing that they I don't know if it's in the manga or like I'm just saying for like the movie like me watching the movie I thought that was a really cool thing to see.
So I'm going to assume that everybody that has made it this far has watched the movie. In case you haven't, so I mentioned earlier that there's a conductor that's punching everyone's tickets. As soon as they punch their tickets, as soon as you get your ticket punched by the conductor, you fall into the sleep state. You just fall under this spell from a demon that has overtaken the train. So it's called Mugen train because I looked up the definition for Mugen in not that long ago. Okay, I don't have it up. Whatever. You're under the spell of a demon that has become one with the train. His power is that he can put you to sleep and show you what you want to see, but he can only show you what you want to see if you fall asleep willingly. So his trick is, hey dude, you're the conductor, punch everyone's ticket. They will willingly hand you the ticket, punch the ticket, they'll willingly fall asleep.
Right.
Um and Tanjiro's dream is going back to episode 1 where his family has been murdered by Muzan Kibutsuji, which is he's the main bad guy. He's Michael Jackson in this. He looks just like him. He's top dog number 1. So Tanjiro's dream, he goes back in time and he's living with his family that was killed in episode 1. So he, there's this one kid that gets sent into Tanjiro's dream, and his mission is to shatter Tanjiro's soul stone,
It's a
which is
spiritual
just like
core.
a spiritual core. It's a little sphere. And if you've ever played Kingdom Hearts 3, picture like picture the sky with clouds in the background from Kingdom Hearts 3. Tanjiro's inner peace is such a beautiful place. Tanjiro is such an amazing character. I think that he is without a doubt 100% the best shonen protagonist. He is such a peaceful character,
Yeah.
and his inner being leads this person that wants to kill him to his, would you call it, spirit core?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
His inner being leads
He
a
was like,
stranger.
you brought me
And
here because I was looking for it.
yeah, his inner being leads a bad person and says, "This is who I am. Please
Yeah.
don't hurt it."
that
And it's such a beautiful backdrop, which is just a plain blue sky with
yeah,
clouds, and the ground
like the sky.
mirrors the plain blue sky with the clouds. And
Yeah.
it honestly is a beautiful scene that reflects Tanjiro exactly as who he is. He is who he is through and through. Like, you can make the argument for any other protagonist being like, well, they're a layered character. Tanjiro is layered for sure. He's hurt and he's doing his best to protect his little sister. But at his core, he is such a wholesome
Just a
boy
good
that
person.
I want you, if you can genuinely think of a character that is purer than Tanjiro, for the love of God, put him down in the comments.
yeah, leave
Put
it.
put this put the name down in the comments. It doesn't have to be anime. If it isn't anime, I will check it out. I will
Aang would
make a
probably be a
video
good
talk.
one.
Aang is great, but Aang succumbs to his demons. Tanjiro
A
never
lot.
does.
True, true, true. Never, bro? Is that spoilers?
No,
For the
it's not.
manga?
It's
Spoilers?
well, I mean, like no. Trust me when I tell you
Oh.
no. Um, maybe if we read the manga, then we'll talk about it. But for the most part, at this point in time, Tanjiro is the purest soul in anime, and I will stand by that.
All right, hype meter,
Fight
go.
me,
What
fight me in the comments.
out of
Name
10.
anybody, and I will fight you. Out of 10, Demon Slayer Mugen Train deserves a 20 out of 10. It is the perfect
I
arc.
agree.
They encompass the whole arc of manga. I understand why they made a movie. I don't think that it would fit in half a season of anime, and then also have another half a season
I like
of
it.
anime. Does that make sense?
I love that they did it, and I like that Jujutsu Kaisen's also doing the same thing. And I hope, and especially how well it's doing in America. I hope like this becomes like I hope anime movies get treated way better, bro. Because just how hard it was to even find a showing, like
Dude,
it's
we couldn't
and then
find an
that's
IMAX.
yeah, and then the small screen that they gave us. I'm like, dude, this is Demon Slayer, bro. Like, are you
It was
serious?
so ugly, bro. That thing didn't
Yeah,
even fill up
man.
the wall.
Yeah,
Anyway,
bro.
so the very last movie that I saw in theaters was I think it was One Piece Stampede. It was not a canon movie, but Demon Slayer Mugen Train is a canon movie.
yeah,
But for some reason, One Piece received a better treatment than Mugen Train did.
yeah, man. Like it
Mugen
is.
Train is a freaking masterpiece, and Crunchyroll, if you don't pick this shit up, I'm going to be very upset. I can't do anything, but I'm going to be mad at you.
Yeah, like there was some theaters like I was reading because they were it was competing with Mortal Kombat and bro it like missed it by $2 million and the thing is like there were some theaters that didn't even show it, bro, and it's just like limited showings too. You know what I'm saying? Like just like a couple times a day where like Mortal
That's what I'm
Kombat's probably
saying,
running
dude.
the whole day, like every theater's showing it. I'm like, bro, like so I'm excited because it's showing and it's R rating too, so it's an R rated anime film. So I'm
Is
excited
it
because
really? I thought it was PG-13.
nah, it's R rated, bro.
I didn't even realize that it was
Yeah,
R-rated.
it's R-rated. Yeah, so I'm excited
And
because
this thing
I
is
hope more.
smashing freaking records, bro.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hope it does. It's doing well, and I hope other like animes do the same things. Like, cause I know Jujutsu Kaisen's coming out later this year, like with a film. I think it's this year. I was reading it was this year, like in December. So it leaves
I
me
haven't kept
excited.
up.
Huh?
I haven't kept up of when it's gonna release, but it is gonna be a prequel. It happens before
Yeah, yeah, I was reading that.
Jujutsu Kaisen begins, which is fine. Like, if you're gonna give me a film like with Gojo in it, I'm
yeah,
going to
true.
I'm going to simp the fuck out of Gojo for the entire time. Fine, sure. But Mugen Train is here, and it's proving that a sequel film to a seasonal anime can hold its weight,
Yeah,
if that makes sense. You
yeah,
know what I
no,
mean?
exactly, exactly. So yeah, I'm excited for the future of like projects just like this. So I would give it a 20 out of 10 as well. I loved the whole movie. I think we just gushed over it, like contrary to our last video, where we were kind of just shit talking it the whole thing. But
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not sucking. It's great. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it. If you have, like, leave a comment down below. Tell us your favorite parts. Tell us your favorite characters. What you want to see. If you're a manga reader, like, if you're a manga reader, like, don't leave any spoilers. But if you're an anime watcher like I am, like, tell us what you want to see. Like, looking forward. I think we're good, right? This is great. I love.
If you if you watch this movie and you don't like it, leave your name and your address and your social security number down in the comments, and I'll come. I will personally come to your house and tell you why you're wrong. uh,
So,
yeah, this again, like just like you said, this is a 20 out of 10.
yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna wrap up. If you guys, if you have anything to say, if you want to say, bye.
All right. So leave your comments in the description. Tell us why you loved it. Tell us why you hated it. If you hated it, like you said, leave your personal information, and I will find you and yell at you. But for the most part, Demon Slayer Mugen Train is a 20 out of 10. Jordan, you agree with me?
Of
This
course, of course.
channel 100% supports Demon Slayer in all ways, shape, or forms. Um, let's keep this hype train going. I think the next video is going to be us doing like a bit of a sort of like a personal Q&A, get to know us kind of thing.
Yeah,
We'll probably talk about some of our favorites,
yeah.
some of our favorite animes.
Cause we have a good
I'm gonna
dynamic
probably
where you're like the anime like guru, and I'm just kind of dipping my toes in it. Cause I've only watched 10 animes. I'm getting my credentials up, but I think it's fun. You know, it kind of gives that cool dynamic. So yeah, either the personal
it's
video,
amazing.
yeah.
Stick
No,
around and listen to me tell Jordan that he's a newbie for enjoying Death
no,
Note to
no,
the
we're not
point
talking
where
about
he's
that. We're not talking about that. That's another video. All right. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you're interested in more content from us. You know, just up and coming.
share this with your
Share this with
friends.
your friends.
Share this with your mom. Show your grandma how Mugen Train is good. Explain to them what character development is.
Exactly. Well,
And we'll be here in a few days.
few days. We'll catch you guys next time. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.
Peace out, everyone.